Hello, everyone, and welcome to the hit podcast, the Corn Corner Podcast. And today we are here and we're speaking about a subject no man has traveled before. A dark, dusty area. Maybe talking about breakdown of car.
Could be.
We're talking about a back road.
Yeah. Backroads.
And I'm Wicked Wren.
I was waiting for you to get to it. I was like, you gonna intro?
Yeah. And this just in, area man's pants fall down as chasing dog.
Good. Did you like that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. You want to start over?
No, it's good.
Welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast. And today welcome to the Corn Corner Podcast. I'm Wicked Wren, and this just in, area man's pants fall down as chasing a dog.
Good. I'm Cam Damage, and we can't go on the burn ride today. My mom found my bowl.
And this afternoon, we're going to be speaking about a road less traveled.
Mm-hmm.
A deep, dusty, dark area
Sometimes.
of where a car can go, four-wheel drive. We're talking about a back road.
Yeah. Could be two-wheel drive. They don't have to be dark and dusty either. Backroads are just... We'll get into it.
We're going to get into it. Everyone, there's a Patreon in which you can support us in a financial way. And listen, we appreciate that. And the Corn Corner crew appreciates that.
Yeah.
So pop on over to the Patreon. It's a pay what you want model right now. You can choose how to support us.
Patreon.com/thecorncorner.
That's correct.
We also have a Discord.
We have one of those. Get in them.
There's something else. Your Twitch?
Got Twitch. We're doing it all today. But that's not what this is about.
No.
This is about the back roads.
Yeah. So what is your life experience in terms of a back road?
I think about the spillway in New Orleans.
Spillway.
Where we went crawfishing.
Spillway is a term that I've not heard in terms of a road, a conveyance, surface. So what is a spillway?
What is a back road?
So like a back road makes me think of like being in Pennsylvania, and it's like the roads that aren't the fucking main roads. Like it's not a highway, it's not a turnpike, it's not one of the main drives or streets. It's like the windy ass road where like you can tell that people aren't from the area because they suck at driving on it, where you're like flying down that thing.
Yeah.
And there's like crazy curves, but you know every curve because you go on the back roads all the time.
I understand.
Yeah, like you're taking the back road to get to this place, whatever, that kind of shit.
Okay, I think our definition of what a back road is a little bit different, but
What's
I
yours?
hear it now. I encountered back roads when I started being in Texas more
Yeah, that makes sense.
versus Louisiana. I feel like there's definitely back roads, but I didn't encounter a back road in Louisiana that much.
Yeah.
But like these small country towns.
Yes.
Back roads all over the place. I guess in like northern Louisiana.
Sorry.
There were a lot of those back roads. Now that I think about it.
I feel like they just look different because like Louisiana it's not like a heavily wooded mountainous area.
Yeah.
Whereas Pennsylvania is like a ton of windy, hilly, whatever roads that go through crazy, craggy Appalachia, if I may.
They scare me.
Those kinds?
Yeah, because you're flying down them. And like, that's how I used to be in Texas, where there's these huge stretches of just like,
Yeah.
you're just flying down these things.
But those are like flat and like straight more
Yeah.
so, which
Yeah.
is like fine.
Totally.
So you don't have any. Well, go back to the spillway thing. What's the story here?
The spillway is like essentially it was built for runoff. Like when it rains a bunch, it floods there. So they build this area to where it like catches the flooding.
And
like
the
does that
roads
make
just go
sense?
beside it.
Well, it's like
You shouldn't be driving on that.
no, but like okay, so like we would go like crawfishing and like crabbing in the spillway.
Okay.
When it had like water in it.
So like after a big rain.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Yes. Because sometimes like it's essentially was like made as like an area to collect runoff.
Yeah.
Like that was the idea of it.
It sounds dirty.
Yeah. Well, crawfish go by name mud bug.
Yeah, it's true.
They love the mud.
They do. We have that in common.
Yeah, they really do enjoy being in the mud. So we'd go there. And I guess that's like when I think about that's what I thought about when I thought backroad. I thought about like being in an old truck
Yeah.
going through there, but it's
not a commonly used road to do that.
no.
Yeah, so that counts.
Yeah. I used to really like it.
Did you do crawfish boils after with the crawfish that you got from the spillway?
Yeah. I loved it.
How many would you get? I'm so curious about this now. The new episode title is crawfishing.
Well, I guess to get there, we had to go on like a strode, if you will.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started on my urban planning.
Yep.
Rant. But it was more of a strode because people would fly down it. Yet there were things built off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But how many crawfish would you get? I guess it depends on the day. But one time we went crawfishing, and I mean, pounds. You get like 20 pounds of crawfish, something like that.
How many crawfish are in a pound? I know they're different sizes, but
I don't know. Maybe 30 are in a pound. Maybe 40 are in a pound.
And what's the rule that if you can't get them dead all in the thing because one dead one poisons the whole group or something?
I haven't heard about that.
There's something about like if they're curled up or something, they're bad.
I mean, if they're curled up, they're dead.
Yeah,
but
and you don't want those.
No, you would throw that.
Yeah,
you wouldn't cook that one. But I don't think it's like a poisons the, whatever.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah,
Big crawfish
want you to think that.
Yeah.
Well, they've started to learn that that's what they do. They curl up and they act like they're dead and they get released.
Are you for real?
No, that'd be great though.
I was like, I don't think they have the cognitive processing abilities to like bring that together and be like, oh, we just gotta play possum here.
No, but one time we went and we had a bunch of stuff for crawfish, which like crawfish nets are these like long nets that have little tubes that go up, and then.
Oh, so they're specific. They're different. We really are just talking about crawfishing now. They're different than like a fishing net or something.
Absolutely. Crawfish are in like ditches. You can't get to crawfish in boats really, unless you have like a very like thin pontoon. It's like when you go crawfishing, you're like stepping in the mud to set the traps.
Did you wear waders?
No, because waders actually quite dangerous because like if you were to fall in waders and they fill up with like muddy water, you would drown essentially because like they would weigh hundreds of pounds.
Oh my god!
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
because they're big. Like,
you can fit hundreds of pounds in the waders.
I mean, mud's heavy. Have you ever picked it up?
I guess no. This is a complete. I'm a forest kid. You're a mud swamp kid. Yeah.
But no, we wouldn't wear waders because it's like because you're trekking in mud to get the crawfish to kind of like come out of the mud.
Oh, okay.
And then they see we would use melt. Which was like, I think it was like chicken stomach or cow stomach or something. I don't really understand what, but
they like it.
They would, and they get on the net and they start like picking at it and stuff. So you gotta like walk through it to like kind of mess up the water.
Okay.
So if you would fall or something. So no, we didn't wear waders.
Did you wear water shoes? Or are you barefoot?
I don't remember the shoe. I think I probably wore old sneakers.
Okay.
But no, you wouldn't wear like boots because they would just get full of mud. I think we wore like sneakers or something.
I just like the mental image of like, you got your jeans rolled up like to your knee and you're just like, hit.
I remember I definitely would wear jeans. I wouldn't want bare skin showing.
Why?
Because there's like sticks and snakes and shit. It's like I wouldn't want to get scraped by. I don't know.
I feel like the jeans would get heavy. This is.
I mean, the jeans don't get that heavy. They just get wet.
Okay.
But anyway, and then you have someone go with a stick under the little net, and then they pick it up, and then they pull it to the other person who has like a bucket, and then they just pick the crawfish out of the net and put it into a bucket.
Wow, how fun!
It was so fun.
Yeah,
it was like honestly, like highlight of my childhood.
That part seems like extremely exhilarating.
It was
to be like picking it up and be the person picking them off.
Yeah,
or, like
it was
assisting. Yeah,
yeah. Like I mean, my like best friend growing up and I would go, and it was honestly so. It was the highlight because like you go out and you pack sandwiches and it's just like this like cool like little day and so you go through and you set all the little traps and then they have little flags on them. Then you go a little while later and you pick them all up and you grab them.
How long does it take? I'm so interested. I'm just like I can't get over it. Like
honestly.
Between setting the trap, yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe like I don't remember.
It's not like fishing though, where you're like sitting there for like 4 hours. Like
no. It's not. Also, the traps aren't. Like crab traps, like the crabs go in, they can't get out.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Okay.
This is like literally like a square net And then at the end of the squares, there's a metal pole, and it comes up to the center, and the center is tied together. So the crawfish get onto the net, and then you like tape or like pin a piece of like meat to the net, so they get on there and you start picking it. So if you like touch the metal, they'll like skid off because they're like, huge vibration.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta put the stick under it and then get it up really quick.
They come with you can just grab
like that. Yeah.
Huh.
And like those kinds we didn't really
Those
ever.
are like crab ones looking like.
They kind of look like crab ones. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like a more obviously there's I don't know if obviously, but there's crawfish farms, there's industrial crawfish.
Look, there you go. There's a picture right now. There's a kid lifting it up with a stick.
That was like me.
That's so funny.
That was like, honestly, that was what we did.
He's got jeans on.
Yeah,
he's
does.
doing exactly what you're saying.
Holy shit. What a cool picture. That was like, it has a little flag up there and everything.
I'm saving it. I'll send it to you.
And then, so that person would brings it over to someone with a bucket, and then you kind of get them all off on the bucket. So one time we went though, and we caught one crawfish. Cause we got
a single crawfish.
Yeah, but we caught 70 crabs.
Oh.
There were no crawfish, but there were a ton of crabs.
How big? Like the little, because we had blue crabs where I grew up and stuff. I don't know if they're different.
Bigger.
Okay.
The body was about the size of my hand, and they have the arms. But that was really cool because we realized there were no crawfish, but there were a ton of crabs because we could literally see them in the little kind of ditch areas.
Yeah.
So we took string and we took the big organ meat that we got from the store and cut it in smaller pieces and put it on a string with a hook, and we throw it in and lure them in, and then some of the net would grab them. Some of a net would just grab them.
Huh.
And it was completely an unconventional way of crabbing.
Yeah, but fun.
But it was so fun, and it was cool because we were just made lemonade, with and that was I remember that being a really cool damn. We adjusted, and I don't know, it was neat.
Did you have a crab boil then? I'm so
I suppose we did, yeah, which is essentially the exact same thing as
it's
a
just
crawfish
fun that
boil.
you actually use, because I'm so used to either people doing catch and release fishing where I grew up, which is I don't really see the point of sport fishing. It's kind of stupid to me.
Yeah, me too.
Because why would you do that? Why would you torture this animal just to be hey, had fun with my nephew here?
Yeah, I agree.
But then it was just fishing, and there wasn't a crazy abundance of that. So this is a foreign. What a fun concept.
Yeah, for some reason we didn't do crabbing, how setting crab traps in the water, then coming back days later, in a boat. We never did that.
I mean, it doesn't seem like that was the ecosystem necessarily.
I don't know. They're definitely there were trawlers with huge nets and stuff, but I don't know. We didn't. I don't know. It was just my dad really liked fishing. To be clear, my family didn't do the crawfishing.
Yeah,
my family did fishing, but my next door neighbor did crawfishing and stuff like that.
It sounds more fun.
It was cool. I think about it all the time. I'm so. I feel happy I lucked out to have that experience.
Now I want to go to Louisiana and do, because we're doing Pennsylvania. We got to go to Louisiana and go crawfishing.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Pennsylvania is more of a hunting place.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. My backroads experiences are not generally as wholesome, or they are they're fun. So the first things I think about in terms of backroad stuff is driving in Brad's car, and Brad had this Jeep that me and our little friend group, I've probably told you this before, just beat the shit out of. And we called it the Eep because it had the J-E-E on the front, but we tore the J off. So it's just called the Eep. But we would just we'd be sitting in it, all of us, and listen to hardcore music, going to a show or something, which we had to take back roads to get to the most show venues or whatever, and just stabbing the roof, or just slamming shit and breaking shit off, and throwing shit on it on the outside and putting fireworks under it,
just
terrible
crazy shit.
But we would all load into Brad's Jeep or whatever, and then fly down back roads, and we knew where the big bumps were, so you could go and get air over them, and which is terrible. Why would we do that?
Yeah,
but it was really fun. And then But you had to use back roads where we lived to get almost anywhere. Like there was always a back road being facilitated.
Okay.
Like you took highways to get between towns or whatever. But when you were going like within Lemoyne or whatever, it would always be some weird back road, and there'd be someone on it that's going like 2 miles an hour because they'd never been on it before, and you're like,
come on.
yeah, like get the fuck out of here while you're like flying around corners and stuff. So there's that. And then I also think of burn rides, which I was in the intro thing, which is where it's just like there's nowhere else to smoke weed. So you go for like a ride on the back roads, which is like now is like in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, go on like the windiest, like worst road at night and smoke weed while you're driving. Like that's a great idea. But like that was like a thing that we did a lot.
So you said the phrase back roads.
Yeah.
And also you said the phrase burn rides.
Yeah.
So these are things that like a burn ride sounds like a movie phrase to me.
Like made up for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going a burn ride. You know, like, hey man, fuck our problems.
Yeah,
man.
let's just go burn one.
Let's go burn one.
Let's hit the back roads and take a burn ride. Yeah. But it's real life.
I guess also like your experience is like different because you had to take the back roads. Like I didn't have to. Like I lived in like a city.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to. They were in back. I didn't have to take one.
I mean, I lived in like a town next to a decent sized city, but like Hershey isn't huge, and then like Campbellstown's small, and like to get to my house where I grew up, you had to drive through farmlands and take Roush Road and shit like that.
Is there a phrase about Hershey? Something like when you get in Hershey, you don't leave a Hershey or born. I was born in Hershey. I live in Hershey. I'm gonna die in Hershey. Is there something like that people say?
I feel like I just think of the theme song for Hershey Chocolate.
It's about Hershey, Pennsylvania?
It's the Hershey Park theme song.
What is it?
Hershey Chocolate. It's a real great chocolate world. Wherever you'll be, no matter how far, there'll always be a Hershey bar. Hershey Chocolate, real milk chocolate. Hershey, the great American chocolate bar.
Oh my God.
I can actually sing. That was bad. I was embarrassed. I'm bright red now.
Wow. You don't think about theme songs like that anymore.
Like a theme park theme song.
People aren't thinking about these things as much as they should be.
Does Disney have a theme park theme song? No, I can't think of one.
No, I don't think so.
Well, Hershey Park's got one. So leg up on old Walt. Tell you that much.
I
don't know what Hershey's town slogan is. There's also like it's not like legally even named Hershey. It's called Dairy Township. Like there are a lot of townships there. In Pennsylvania? There's a lot of townships. Well, I suppose you have parishes where you're from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but if you don't have parishes, I've heard about counties.
Yeah.
What is a township?
Dauphin County. I don't fucking know the difference, to be honest. Now that I've said it out loud, it is Dauphin County, but we also call it Dauphin Township. I don't.
Is it? It seems like a kind of holdover thing. Like they used to say township. It seems.
Yeah. It's like everything being called burg. Funny side story. We're not talking about backroads. I love how I'll suggest a topic and then immediately we're 10 minutes in, whatever, not doing it.
Well, I didn't even understand what a backroad was.
It's fine because I really like learning about crawfishing.
I love talking about it.
So Dauphin County, me and my friends, Brad, this is just about Brad and my friend group now, growing up, called it like ourselves randomly like the Dauphin County Pirates for a minute.
Fun.
Because the friend group had a band called Jolly Roger, like a little punk band.
Great.
And it was fun. Everyone had a great time. But so we called ourselves DCP, and everyone was like, we should get DCP tattoos because that's funny. And then I was the only one that got one. And then it's covered up now. It was on this foot. And then as if I have any tattoos left on me from before I was like 27. But also DCP is Dauphin County Prison. So like for a while there, I had like just a DCP tattoo.
Jesus.
And people would either be like, what the fuck? Or like, what does that stand for? And then I have to be like, Dauphin County Pirates. Me and my friends had a fucking thing today and we were gonna all get tattoos together. And I was the only one that got like,
good God.
So that was my only Pennsylvania tattoo. But they also do 717 Day, where if you go on July 17th, you can get a free 717 tattoo from a lot of tattoo shops.
Really?
Yeah. Just like the number 717 or some like keystone, like shape of Pennsylvania or the keystone symbol with 717 in it.
Would you do it?
Now I absolutely would.
Let's do it.
When I was to be in Pennsylvania on 717, that's not going to happen.
Maybe we could do it here.
Go into a shop and be like, hey,
Y'all doing 717
it's
tats?
717 day. Do you know? Are you?
Y'all doing tatties?
Yeah.
Think about it like this, though. It's a free tattoo, so we could use that money for a plane ticket.
I don't think it equates cost-wise. Also, we're not flying. We're going there in August. We're not going there in July, too.
What if we move everything up a little bit?
My dad's birthday.
You think you would be okay with it?
Probably.
Do you think that we could reserve a spot for 717 tattoo and then collect it in August?
Honestly, probably, yeah. I could probably find a friend that I'd be like, yo, that would be very funny also.
It's free plus tip, I imagine.
Yeah, I think they're doing it for the tip.
I think it's funny whenever there's Friday the 13th tattoos, they're like $13 tattoos plus a $600 tip.
Yeah.
You know, like
tips welcome.
Plus a $666 tip.
I would never get a Friday the 13th tattoo.
I got a ton of them.
You do?
Yeah.
Don't you go wait in line for like hours to get them?
No. This isn't like that. We're past that now. This is like if you go to like a person that does like, I mean, sure that exists, but like, you know, Leslie, for instance, she'll book out the appointments.
Oh, okay.
You know, and hers aren't $13. I mean, it's
no,
like,
of course not. That's ridiculous. Like
yeah,
at least 50, like minimum.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it is. But I like it because they're usually a little bit cheaper and they're, you know, palm size or something.
Yeah, and just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's a Friday the 13th look.
There you go. I like that font.
I love
that one's really cute.
Tattoo in general.
Yeah. I would get a 7171, but like anytime I get a new tattoo that's not by Barnesy now, I'm like, how long are we really going to be here?
Yeah.
You know?
You're passing through.
Yeah. That's just how it is. That's what I want to start. It's going all over the place. I want to start having y'all, like close friends and stuff, do stupid little bangers with my little rotary pen.
I want to bad.
We can.
I want to.
I don't give a shit. This doesn't matter.
I started drawing a rose.
Yeah.
And
I don't want a rose.
What do you want?
I kind of want people to just do like words or other stupid little things, but I don't want a flower.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
A little bit too feminine.
Yeah. Can't have that.
Yeah.
Also, to be clear, when I covered this leg up, this is staying. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have people work around it. Yeah.
If you ever did cover up the Can Man, I wouldn't be upset.
I don't want to, though.
The Can Man's just...
It's so good.
I
like genuinely really like it, and I don't want to. Plus, I like when people do black work and it like just outlines a tattoo that's existing and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to really figure out like where that one could go. I was like,
I'm glad we did it there.
Yeah, me too. It's big too.
If it was on my back, it would have sucked because I would have covered that up.
Yeah. It's so large.
Yeah. I love him.
Yeah. Very, very cool. Cool man. Just looking around more. I'm just kind of getting the way of
the lay of the land.
The lay of the land. Trying to think of what I would tattoo on you. Maybe I could do a little pocket knife.
Do you think you could do it good enough? Like draw one?
I would just copy the one Zach did.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Zach would be fine with it.
Okay.
I don't think that. I mean, come on. I mean, I think if I was gonna post it and be like, check out
original
this
design.
Yeah, like sure, but I feel like if I'm like
just dicking around.
Yeah, dicking around.
I just want it to be like, because I'm getting this whole leg blacked out over the knee again, like this one.
There is when you're on a back road,
mm-hmm.
there's often a time in which maybe you'll have to eat.
Yeah.
I think about sandwich.
Like in the car. Yeah.
What is the best sandwich to bring on maybe a fishing trip? Or maybe have you ever been hunting?
I've only gone hunting once.
Did you bring a sandwich?
I'm sure there was a packed lunch situation. I don't remember a lot from like various periods of my life.
What did you eat? You don't remember what you ate on that day?
Not specifically. I don't know. I'm so sorry.
You wear big shoes?
I mean,
it's a dead end.
Boots. What kind of sandwich is the question here that you're getting at?
What kind of sandwich would, like, you know, your mom pack for you or something? Or maybe you pack for yourself. I don't know.
No, the better ones. This is great. This is a good question because it's an insane answer probably to most people. But my favorite sandwiches that my mom would pack for me when I was a kid were deviled ham and cream cheese sandwiches.
We've talked about it so much,
and I love them.
insane.
And I gotta get deviled ham so I can make you one, and you can see the glory of it.
What if we always talk on this podcast that we're gonna do something.
Yeah,
we say let's do that tonight. But truly, what if we go
after this?
We get Brad to bring us. We buy double ham. We buy cream cheese.
Yeah,
and white bread.
Yeah.
Is there mayo on it?
No, it's just cream cheese, deviled ham, white bread.
And you mix the cream cheese and double ham.
Yep, that's it.
Maybe we should do it.
I'm fine with that. I would love to. And you cut it like you can make little fingy sandwiches.
I think we should.
Yeah.
And Brad will eat that too?
I think so.
He likes it?
I think he's had deviled ham like once. My family like loves deviled ham.
Will I experience double ham with them?
We could. It would be so fucking funny to be like, we're all bringing food to the thing and we show up with deviled ham sandwiches. My sisters would freak out. Like,
does everybody bring food to the thing? Is it a potluck kind of thing? I know like we're not obligated to bring anything, but
I mean, like my sisters would. Like the two
Yeah.
who live around there would, yeah.
What is the food situation? Is it going to be like a cater thing, or does someone going to?
Is it going to be
food?
catered? No.
Who like
it was just gonna like?
Is
I'm
your
sure
mom
my
gonna-
oldest sister's husband will grill or some shit, and maybe like my mom will make stuff because she likes that's all she does is like make foods.
Yeah.
Like she'll probably make some crazy ass pies or something. Like
Okay.
I don't know. Although my dad's favorite cake is like German chocolate cake, so who knows if we'll get that for the birthday? But
I hope he does because that sounds pretty good.
it's good ass cake.
My dad's favorite cake is a lemon meringue.
It's not a cake.
It's actually a pie.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
Mhm.
but he does like that pie.
Yeah. I have a funny thing I want to do where people talk about making a cream pie, but it's not a joke. It's just being like, someone's trying to be sexy about it, but you're like, what flavor? And they're like, what? And like, just like a cream pie. And you're like, yeah, but like, is there fruit? Like what kind of, it doesn't seem like I don't want just whipped cream. And then they're like, you keep going.
Yeah. And then
it's funny to me.
I bet it'd be funny, and it's got bones to it.
Anyway,
You know what I mean?
sandwiches. So it's either the deviled ham sandwich or bologna sandwich, which is just bologna, mustard, and the white bread. That's it.
I think I've talked about this story multiple times about bologna.
The
and
kid
about
with
how-
the red on the outside. We've got. You weren't allowed to have bologna,
Yes.
so you have it at grandma's house.
And my mom said that I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
And then I had it, and I was like, "You're right."
I didn't like it.
Okay.
And then the kid who I don't know if this is. I still don't believe this is true.
Yeah.
The kid who would at the lunchroom take the red off the bolognas from kids and make
Yeah.
jewelry, and that's how he paid for college or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. No one would make that up. He actually got through college that way.
No one would make that up.
It was when Etsy came out, and he would sell those on Etsy.
I don't think those like correlates Etsy coming out and when we were in high school.
He paid for college with it, though.
I think he would have had some other kind of.
He would make like a small
He had an e-commerce
keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that person's doing these days, but
Probably.
God bless him.
Yeah.
Well, that was the bologna story I was going to talk about, but now I'm no longer able to.
If people want to hear it, they can go watch the corn bologna boats episode.
Yeah.
On the YouTube. A
Um,
real banger.
So you would take this sandwich. Now, my fear with this sandwich on a trip is that cream cheese doesn't stay cold.
Yeah.
Scary. Also, soggy bread.
But also like the bread wouldn't get soggy. I will say that. But also the cream cheese like doesn't. There's something about cream cheese where it's fake enough that you don't have to keep it refrigerated for like all day. Like it's fine for a minute,
Yeah.
which is weird. I don't like that. But there's not a lot of sandwiches that are good for hours long. Travel. Like a PB&J, gross. Like that gets gross. The jelly will like get into the bread,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Well, you just put peanut butter on both sides to keep it the jelly." But it's like,
No.
no, it doesn't. We know that doesn't work.
Do people say that?
They do. They do say that.
I've never heard anyone say
It's a
that.
prophylactic peanut butter move. Yeah.
You've seen Napoleon Dynamite movie?
Yeah.
You know the scene where they're eating the sandwiches and he drinks they're having lunch at the farm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Him and the girl?
No. He's like Napoleon's at the farm, and he like makes the egg drink, and he drinks the egg drink. And
I don't
like,
remember it that well.
There's a scene where Napoleon goes to work on like a chicken farm, and there's this old farmer, and he has this like he like mumbles a lot, and he like makes lunch for them all, and there are these like little finger sandwiches. I forget what's on them, but they look really gross. And there's a drink,
It's probably like
and
egg
it's just
salad.
I think it's egg salad,
Yeah.
and there's a drink that's just a bunch of eggs. It's an egg. It's like a chicken farm, so everything they eat is like egg based.
Yeah.
So it's literally just a ton of eggs, like, and he like drinks it. Napoleon almost throws up.
This completely missed me.
Damn it!
That movie didn't really stay with me because, like,
to me it did. Because why?
I found it like upsetting. A lot of movies like that I found upsetting, where it was like just like because
Why?
of how weird the kid was that it was funny, and everyone was just like, it was like the worst. It was like a Wes Anderson movie, but like way worse, where everyone's like so like, well, that's a character. How aren't they quirky? And everyone's weird, and but that's like the world that it is, and I don't like that shit. I Wes Anderson movies are good. Like overall, I do enjoy like most of them, but like that was like uncomfortable for me. And then also all I can think about is how like that guy who played Napoleon, I think his name's John Heder. Where the fuck did his career go? You're Napoleon Dynamite. Where the hell do you go from there?
Yeah.
Like that's it.
I mean, I agree. Sure, you're always gonna be Napoleon, but also, I don't want to compare because like obviously I don't know anything about this, but like Daniel Radcliffe will always be, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But he's done other stuff. Like he's kind of like carved out a little thing for him. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know the struggles that someone like a John Heder would face trying to get out and do other things.
I feel like it's hard to get to like Adam Sandler, wildly successful, of course, but did that like, oh, what an idiot character.
Yeah.
Like for a very long time.
Yeah.
To the point of doing offensive characters. Like that now in retrospect would like not be okay to do at all. And I think he had to work really hard to get out of it by doing like Spanglish or Uncut Gems or things like that to be like more whatever.
50 First Dates and stuff.
I love 50 First Dates.
It was funny. Jennifer Aniston said something like Friends couldn't be made now because people are so soft or some shit like that. And I was like, no, Friends was offensive then.
Yeah.
It's just like now we're like
Friends was annoying and bad then.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it was all offensive then. Now it's like a good thing that we're
not doing that.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, it's funny because you talk about Napoleon Dynamite like that, and for me, the things I don't like about Napoleon Dynamite is how like when something is kind of taken out of the movie, like the tots thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that's all tots are always gonna be associated with Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
And that kind of becomes annoying to me.
So like the food, like Tina eat the food. It's always I'm gonna be like, shut the fuck up.
But there's like so many. But to me, it's not the movie. It's like someone basing their personality on liking that movie is annoying. But also, the Napoleon Dynamite, when I watched it, I was like, damn, this is fucking great. Because it is a universe and it has rules.
Yeah.
And they made everything in the rules.
That's true.
And I'm like, damn, how the fuck did you
Think about that?
You know?
I will say that it's like recently I was talking to someone about Austin Powers, and whichever one had the character Fat Bastard in it, and how that was like at the time we were like, oh my god, this is so funny.
Yeah.
And like now as an adult, I'm like imagining all the teenagers running around like saying like get in my belly and shit like that, and being like, if someone said that, if someone in all seriousness tried to quote that now as it was funny, I would punch them directly in the fucking like stomach and be like, shut up, like, because it's not anymore. Like it's just like.
To me, it's like looking at something like Napoleon Dynamite versus Austin Powers. They're both universes, but for some reason, Napoleon Dynamite still has like an indie feel to it, where like Austin Powers feels so like corporate-y. I mean, at the time, I loved. I will say
I
loved it.
I did too, and the soundtrack was a banger. I will say I did recently like pseudo watch Austin Powers with a friend that I saw in Vermont. And I was still quoting it and it was still funny. Like there were parts of it that I was like the Will Ferrell as Mustafa or whatever, being like, I'm very badly burned. Like
so badly.
Yeah, like you remember it, and like I hadn't watched that in like 20 years or
God.
some shit, but we put it on in the background, and I was like, I couldn't help but quote it,
I
like
know.
despite doing other stuff, and it was like, this is fucking still funny, unfortunately.
I remember seeing the
Like-
third. I've talked about this a million times, but I saw the third one with my dad in the theaters, and we cried
Yeah.
together laughing. That whole scene when they're like in the bathroom and the
Oh, the
guy's
pee?
fighting and
Oh no, yeah,
fighting in the slime. He's like, you gotta grip it,
Yeah,
and whatever.
yeah.
Like,
You're gonna drop it over, or
Yeah,
like
blow
blow
out.
out along, or whatever. Yeah, drop along.
I mean,
God,
it's
what did you eat? And it's like a whole guy in the toilet, but it's still like, God, it's funny. I do remember. Do you remember like the point that you got to in life where you like those movies? You were like, oh, this isn't exactly for me anymore. Like I remember, I think I was with Brad. We went to see like Remember the Zohan in theaters, and it was like maybe 20 minutes in, and I was like, I can't do this, and like had to leave.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm like uncomfortable, and this is like not funny. It's just like, and maybe that was just like a bad movie. I really don't remember anything about it, but like, it was like no.
yeah. I guess I can't remember. Like,
I also want to rewatch some of the old ones, like old school.
I remember like an old school.
It was so funny.
It was
Knocked Up is still funny.
Dodgeball.
I don't know if I think Dodgeball would still be funny, but also some parts I think I would be like,
Knocked Up. I feel like all these.
Yeah.
They're gonna be parts where we're like,
that's
"Ugh."
true. Yeah.
I was gonna say Knocked Up though. The soundtrack of that they
It is good.
did so good.
Yeah. That was like a really good one. Anyway, Backroads.
Anyway, Backroads. Did you ever maybe you used to play a Game Boy in the car while riding on Backroad?
I would get motion sick, so I didn't really. The sandwich thing made me think of, again, in central Pennsylvania, shockingly, a place that we would take backroads also to go to, or like some of the windier highways that had the backroads feel, called the Red Rabbit. Make Red Rabbit a habit. It was a burger place that was like on the side of the road, like that like truckers would stop at, and people would come out to your car window to like serve you. It was awesome.
What did the burger look like?
It was like, it had a poppy seed bun.
Okay.
Weird. I know.
How
Just like a normal little one patty burger.
yeah, but how thick of a patty? Quarter pound, maybe a half
I
pound,
couldn't, quarter maybe. They're like little ones. They weren't crazy.
about as thick as this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're called bunny burgers
What kind of? Why was it called that? Because it's
because it's a
smaller.
Red Rabbit. Called bunny burgers. And then you
Um,
get french fries with bunny dust on them.
What is bunny dust?
It's just like salt and pepper, but something else in there, probably.
Did the burger come? Did it have a sear on it, or was just not? You don't really.
It was on a
remember
flat
that?
top.
Do you and what kind of condiments were on that burger?
Like mayo, but like tartar saucy kind of mayo, like with pickles and stuff in it,
Oh, okay,
which I really liked. And then it had shreddis,
great.
which is all we need.
Was that one of the first times you experienced shredded lettuce?
No.
Okay. What about tomatoes?
It would have like a tomato on it, but I would not get that. I would be like, no tomato.
That's
But I
right.
remember if you did, it was like the thinnest tomato slice imaginable. It was like weird.
Maybe that's something we need to look into. And it would come with a sauce,
Yeah.
a shredded lettuce, a thin tomato, a flat top quarter pound
Yeah.
patty,
On the poppy seed bun.
a pickle.
Yeah. There are multiple pickles on it. It's a little. That makes a burger for me.
Yeah, pickles are key.
Yeah.
The acid, you gotta have it.
And then this just brings me to another
Mustard?
Backroads adventure.
Mustard?
I don't think so. I don't think there was any other condiments on it. Like it was just the mayo stuff. But this brings me to coming around Backroads, Pennsylvania. We take Backroads to go to Sheets, where I'm going to take you at the end of August.
Can I go to the bunny place? The bunny burger place?
We can. It's a little bit more of a drive out from Harrisburg, but we can definitely go there.
Are
It's in
there-
Ephrata.
Are there any diners that we should go to? Because I
don't know what's left from like I feel like things change so rapidly when we move away from home.
Yeah.
And it's been like, I mean, I haven't really been back to central Pennsylvania much since I left when I was like 17.
Yeah.
I like sporadically have, but not a ton. And I doubt the diners of my
Yes.
whatever 15 years ago are still there. There's a lot of shit in there.
A lot of stuff. There's a drawer here, everybody. I double check. There's a lot of vapes in there. A lot of
Yeah, I
vapes
need to
everywhere.
throw away a lot. I think you're supposed to e-cycle them. The vapes. Also, there's a lot that are like a flavor I don't like, and I've tried it once and been like, nope.
Yeah,
So,
save that for emergency.
yeah. Who knows?
I would love to go to a diner, but also I can't wait to go to Sheet. I'll go anywhere.
Sheets is the number one thing that we're like, I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Can't wait. Gonna be great.
Get
What
you
a
a
good-
schmisket.
I can't wait to have a schmisket.
Yep.
All
the Sheets things are
yeah.
with the sh on it.
A schmicken tender?
No, what is that?
Like a chicken tender.
Oh no, they're just chicken tenders.
What is the bulgogi there called?
The bulgogi?
Yeah.
I don't think you can get bulgogi in Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, probably. Maybe now, I don't know, but not back then.
Well, did you like a shawarma plate as well? Did they have like a?
Yeah, probably.
Well, shawarma would actually be a good one because
It had a
shawarma
already on it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you're getting a much more American fare.
Do you want to know something that I've gotten from Trader Joe's recently? Cheese puffs.
Oh, I thought we were gonna talk about the beefless bulgogi. What's amazing.
We can talk about it,
But anyway, what kind of like with phyllo dough? What kind of cheese puffs are we talking about here? Oh no, you're talking about Cheetos.
Yeah, like Cheetos.
I'm in the freezer section. You're in the snack aisle.
gotta meet me in the snack aisle. Yeah, I'm talking about that.
Yeah, I had some at your house last time.
Oh yeah, I've still been getting them.
Yeah.
And I thought that they were all gonna go bad because they started to feel like they were going a little bit rancid. But
were they getting soft?
No, they got a little bit stale. So I decided I had to eat them all up, and turns out they weren't. It was just the area of the bag that I was in, I think, got a little bit stale. But anyway, I cut the bag in half in order to just eat the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got through. I was like, I can't eat all these.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of makeshift, surgically redo the bag together.
I feel like you could have just put them in some Tupperware like you do with the crackers.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, but I've been trying to use less Tupperwares because I don't have them for food.
I've left like 3 Tupperwares at your house.
What? Oh, speaking of that, I have them in my bag.
For real?
Yeah, I got them back.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You got to remind me. They're in my little purse backpack.
You texted me a reminder too, and now I forgot what it was, but it's in my phone. You texted me a reminder last night when we were in bed.
Bidet handle.
There you go. Really important stuff happening here.
Yeah. Well, everyone, today we have talked about Napoleon Dynamite, Sheets, Backroad,
Crawfish.
And we want to thank you for being on the Corn Corner, because what they say about the Corn Corner is,
Doesn't matter if you're shucked.
or you could be creamed.
Doesn't matter what kind of corn you are.
As long as you're
Kind corn.
corn. And that's right. That's what we say here. So, everyone, Patreon. And have a good one.
Patreon, Discord, Twitch, Rencorp.
Have a good one.
Be a Rencorp cog.
Be a cog in the wheel.
I gotta go punch in. Take a back road to work.
Don't be late.